Greetings, YouTube users. It's me again. Well, I'm a little downtrodden about an issue that I guess I probably shouldn't be worried about, because I kind of know what advice to give regarding this situation. But I wanted to get everyone else's opinion on this issue that I'm dealing with. It's not necessarily personal issue with me, which sort of kind of ends because this is my friend that I'm dealing with. Well, the situation goes that I have a friend that has been with this person for about, I'd say, about 5 years, and well, and within the first maybe 1.5 to 2 years of dating this particular person, this person cheats on her, like the early part of the year, of the, like I'd say, January, February, something like that. Well, she didn't know until he told her and confessed to her that he cheated. Well, of course, she was upset. Later on within that year that he confessed to cheating, I don't know if he knew it when he told her and he didn't want to bombard her with all the news, but around the fall of that same year, he tells her that the lady he cheated with is pregnant, and he didn't know if it was his or anything. Well, of course, naturally, she's going to be really upset, but when she feel like, well, I've gone this far with him, you know, why do I need to stop now? So, she kept him. It was like, well, when there's proof about whose child is whose, then okay, then, you know, maybe I need to make a decision. So, about, say, 2 or 3 years later, the kid grows up. It's a girl. And, mind you, the lady that, he cheats with, I really can't say lady, because the girl knew that she was with the person, and she decided to go over there and supposedly seduce him, and he went along with the game because obviously he wanted to do it too, or had something for the girl, and he messed with her more than just once. It was probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 times to her knowledge that he told her. So during the course of the time that the child was growing up, he really didn't want to be involved because he didn't know that the child was his. Well, now the little girl's 3, 4, and she's walking around or whatever, he's getting a little more involved. The little girl calls him daddy and all this stuff, and the girl that he supposedly has this child with, she has other kids, and they really are in love with him too. And one of the little girls, it's funny, she fights with this other little girl about him being her dad too. But anyway, that's something different as kids. But the real issue is now that it seems more and more so that he feels like this is his daughter and he wants to take responsibility for her, even though they haven't been tested, which I think is kind of weird and kind of, I really don't understand that. But this person hadn't been tested yet to make sure the little girl's his. Well, his mother is getting things for this child, I guess, believing that this is her grandbaby, which is kind of sad because no one really knows, is this really his child? Well, besides the fact and the concern about how his mother would take it if the daughter wasn't his, I know how she would take it if she was his. She would be really happy. That's her grandchild. But as far as the girl goes, that's really stuck through thick and thin with this person, has dealt with a lot of scrutiny and a lot of, I can't think of a word. She's been dealing with a lot of hell from her family because of this person. They don't even like this person. This person has never met the girl's family formally or tried to make his intentions known to the family, which, I mean, I'm kind of like, okay, if this dude is not doing what he's supposed to, maybe you should leave him alone. But she cares so much for this person, you know, she just couldn't see herself without him, which is, I guess, I don't know if it's lame to y'all, but I mean, it's kind of lame to me because it's obvious that he really doesn't care. But that's my opinion, by the way. But now she's at a point now where she's just getting really tired. She's stressed out as it is about other things that's going on within her life, and he's like stressing her out about things that to her, in her opinion, is not really important right now, because she's dealing with a lot of things within her inner self that she feels she needs to deal with, and he doesn't seem to be very supportive or anything. She's supporting him through a lot of that bull crap that he's put her through, and he's not respecting a lot of her wishes that she's, you know, demanded of him. But he's very demanding of her, and she tries to follow through what he asked her, which is really one-sided. But you know, that's all up to her. But as far as giving advice as a friend, a good friend, I mean, I really don't know what to tell her right now, because I haven't really been in that particular situation. But I mean, she's really seeking, you know, my help and advice, and right now all I'm doing is just pretty much listening to what's going on and observing things, like how she's taking it, and she's pretty downtrodden about it, because the main thing that's really bothering her, it's not bothering her that he's trying to take responsibility for his actions, the possibility of the little girl being his by him being active in her life, but the thing that bothers her is the girl. She comes over there with the little girl often. Not only that, she calls him very often, and a lot of times it's not even pertaining to the little girl. So she's kind of like, okay, so why are you talking to this girl? I mean, you claim you don't like the girl like that, and she's bothersome, so why are you even talking to her on the phone? I mean, what do you have to talk about? I mean, is there something going on you're not telling me? I mean, if it is, I mean, let me know so I can move on, which is only fair. I mean, she stuck through this stuff with him, and he owes it to her at least say, hey, this is what's going on, I feel like I need to do this or whatever, or I got something going with this girl and I really like her and I think I need to be with her and my child or whatever, and give her an option to say no or yes, I'll stay, or no, I'm gonna go. I would hope she'd say no, I'm gonna go and make my own life and be single for a while, whatever she wants to do. But I mean, I just want to get everyone's viewpoint on this particular situation, because it's very heartbreaking to see her crying and upset and angry, and she's been pretty depressed about this whole thing, and she's not comfortable with the fact that he talks to her on the phone constantly. It seems like every day, because she said at one point when she spent, I guess, a weekend with him, got tongue tied, I've got my wisdom teeth taken out, I can't even talk, but she spent a whole weekend with him, and I guess during that weekend the girl has called probably at least 2 or 3 times, probably like every day of that weekend, and she was there, and she wasn't feeling that. So I mean, what do you guys think? Just let me know, give me a shout.